Hello, welcome parents and guardians to Open House. I'm Miss Ruiz. I'm your child's math teacher. Welcome. For today's video, I want to go over a few things with you. I'm going to go over our Canvas website, my Canvas page, all of the important things and how to access them, where you can find this video in the future. That's also in the Canvas. And then I'll go over some of the classroom policies and procedures that are important for parents and guardians to know. So if you look at the screen now, this is my Canvas page. I teach 7th and 8th grade students. And so I'm just modeling today a 7th grade, but the 8th grade looks exactly the same if your student is in the 8th grade. So this is my Canvas page. And if you scroll down, there are some buttons that are usable here. The most important ones would be the modules button. This is where students can find all of their work listed by week and by date. And then resources is an excellent place for parents to go when they're looking for information. If you're going to be looking for this video in the future, you're going to want to click on resources. So let's take a look at resources and see where that leads you. Like I said, this is both on the 7th and the 8th grade websites. When you click on the resources button, it will bring you here to this resources and syllabus information. This video presentation that you're watching right now will be listed here in the first item. But I have other things that are really important information for parents to know, helpful information for parents to know. I will go over more of these things in depth coming up in this presentation. The other area that's important to know is the modules button. Modules is where all student work can be found. You can find the modules button down here, and you can also access it through the panel on the side. Modules is available to click on. When you click on modules, it will bring you to the latest. This is what students see, the latest module. I always have the most current date right on top. So you don't have to scroll. Once you click on modules, you come here, you'll see the week we're working on and the current date. The next day that will be available, it'll be on top of that. Okay. One of the things I want you to see of how I set up my modules, every day of the week is listed. I also have some extra information. So this is my 8th grade module that we're working in right now. One of the things that I list here is previous skills reviews. So I'm going to talk about that a little later in a slide, but this is important because if your student is missing skills from previous lessons in this class or previous years, I include videos that help them practice those past skills here. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. So communication with me, very important. I ask all of my students and all of my parents to please download an app that's called Remind. Just go to your app store, look for the Remind. It's a way for parents and students and teachers to communicate. When you when you download the Remind, it's going to ask you to enter the class code. Here I have a list of this class code. When whatever period your student has me for, so if they're period 1, this would be the class code. Period 2, this would be the class code. So please make sure you download the Remind app. I send reminders out for homework, for tests, for quizzes, for anything going on in the school, like picture day or sports day, anything that may be important and relevant for our students to have a great time and a successful time at school. I try my best to get Remind. So I can send out announcements to everyone, but I can also communicate individually with a parent and a student. So please download the Remind app. It is a crucial part of my classroom and how we communicate. If you have any questions after this presentation, the best way to reach me and get those questions answered is via the Remind app. I also ask parents and students to download the Canvas app. So even though I showed you Canvas on my desktop, it is really helpful to have Canvas on your phone for several reasons. Number one, if you're on the go and you've missed school, a student has missed school, they can see what happened in class. And if you need to submit an assignment, it is much easier for students to submit assignments using the Canvas app, oftentimes because they can take pictures and download it very swiftly. However, they can still use the computer. When students are downloading the Canvas app in the App Store, it'll say literally Canvas Student. Parents have to download the one that says Canvas for Parents. So there are different apps. Please be aware of that when you're downloading it. There are other forms of communication. You can still email me, or the students oftentimes will use the Canvas inbox. These are all valid ways to reach me and leave me information, although I prefer Remind. It is more swift communication. On to our school grading policy. Classwork is 30%, quizzes 25%, tests 30%, and homework is 15% of a student's grade. This is all across the board at New River Middle School's math department. Homework. We're going to talk a little bit further about homework a little bit later, but I really want to discuss what are the important things for homework. So I will definitely be giving homework significantly in this class. However, I hope the way I do homework is a lot less of a load than maybe it has been in the past for most families. Oftentimes, most often than not, homework in my class is a video lecture. I'm not giving lectures in class. I expect students to be able to take thorough notes from video lectures at their own pace at home for homework. And then what they used to have for homework, which might be 10 or 15 problems, they'll do that in class with me, with a teacher there, and hopefully not having to ask their parents for help with that. There may be times where I also give traditional homework. It might be something they didn't finish in class or a worksheet just to support the learning of something we've been working on. That depends on the skills that we're working on. It is vitally important for students to have internet access and a device in which they can access homework with. If you have any issues with this or you need any assistance, please let me know. I have methods for almost all situations. So the homework videos are very important. If you are in the classroom with me during this presentation, you would have been given this document titled How to Take Video Notes. This is an assignment that I actually gave to the students, and they took a quiz on it. So they should have it in their notebook, in their folder. Also, this is listed in Canvas. When you go to the second week in Canvas, you'll see how to take video notes. The document is there. So please read it, parents. The best way to ensure that your child does well is if you're making sure, instead of you doing homework with them, just making sure they're adhering to the protocol I put forth. The most important one that I want to emphasize now is that when a student is writing in their notebook, the video should be paused. I'll say that again. When the student is writing the notes in their notebook, the video should be paused. This ensures that when they're playing the video, they are focused and listening to what I'm saying. This is the way that they're receiving the lecture. So it's very important for them to try to stay focused for the amount of time that they're doing the video. It is so important to stay up to date because of this, the way that I do homework. It really frees up a lot of class time and it lets us move more quickly through the material. If students are absent, by the school board policy, we give them 2 days to make it up. I adhere to that because it is crucial for them to stay up to date. If a student is absent, everything daily is listed on Canvas. So there's no reason for them to fall very far behind or not be able to catch up because everything they need is there. The video lessons are there, the assignments that we did, everything they need is there, and you can always communicate with me via Remind. And lastly, here is the prior skills video. So if you see your student is struggling with something and they might need a little bit of support in a different area, I will often in class point out to them and show them, okay, this video might be helpful for you. But if you see them at home struggling, that's a great way for you to be able to help them as well. Make sure that they are getting the information that they need in order to be successful at the skills that we're at. I have a few requirements for notebooks. I've already talked to the students about this, but it's vitally important. Every student should have a notebook solely dedicated to my class, the math class. I prefer for it to be a composition notebook, if not a spiral notebook. Please, no more than 100 pages. They don't need a thick one. On the front of the notebook, they should write their full name, the subject, math, and the period right on the front. I ask students not to skip pages. They can number the pages. It's recommended. It's not necessary. It's helpful. But I don't want them to skip pages. The only exception to that is if they don't like writing on the back of a page because they can see their print through or they can see highlighting through, I'm totally fine with them skipping that one, but no more than that. We want to use the notebook as efficiently as possible. Lastly, every page should have a title and a date. Now, I've gone over all these three things with the students. They understand the title should be whatever the topic is we're working on, and the date that they are taking the notes, even if it's late. Classwork. So in the class, I always post everything we're doing on Canvas. So like I said, if the student is absent, they shouldn't feel like they've missed out or they don't know what to do or what we did in class. Everything is available on Canvas. When you go to modules, when you click on modules, well, the most recent thing is listed on the top. I'm trying to minimize parents having to scroll down and look in tons of different places. Everything is very accessible. I ask students to turn in assignments on the due date or before the due date. Late work counts as 60%. So after those 2 days that you're allotted, I do mark it at 60%. I ask parents and guardians, please keep in touch with your students' progress. If they know you're checking Pinnacle, their grades on Pinnacle on a regular basis, and you're checking Canvas, it helps them to stay more accountable as well. So please monitor their progress. And if you're on Remind and you have a question, you can just simply text me the question via Remind and I can answer whatever you may have at that time. So the absent policy is the Broward County policy. You have 2 days for every excused absent to make up work. I give every student 2 days, excused or unexcused, to make up the work. All of the work is listed on Canvas, so you don't need me to send it to you or anything like that. You can access it on Canvas. I want to emphasize here that it is the students and parents' responsibility to make sure that all the work is completed and turned in on time. If there's something going on and we talk about it, that is totally understandable. Communication is the key there. And when we have work that is due, or any updates or changes to work, I will always send it out on Remind. Materials that students need. So I'm not going to go through this entire list. You can read that, but this first one is so important. We're living in a world now where education has changed and is so technology dominant. I'm trying to use it in a way that is really beneficial. There are some good things that have come out of technology that can be beneficial in our classrooms, especially when our students are here with us. I need students to have headphones, just like I need them to have a pencil. They're vitally important. I also ask in my donations list coming up, if you can donate over the ear headphones, please, 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 I need these so much. I find it helpful for students to have their own Post-it notes, different colors even better. It's helpful in learning and we use them in certain tasks. Obviously, they'll need pencils and erasers. I highly recommend anything erasable, but it's in colored form. I often will use different colors to notate different things that changes in math or different steps in math. It's really helpful and helps them to understand. So anything that is erasable but colored is really helpful, especially like erasable pens. The Frixon ones are awesome. Loose leaf paper, that's not that important. I have those, but the 3-prong folder, office tape, and their notebook, super important. The office tape, I need them to have it because oftentimes I will give them something to tape into their notebook as a reference or a tool that they can use to help in their learning. So these things are important for that reason. Cell phone policy. I am a pretty big stickler in my classroom when it comes to cell phones and gum. So I stand at the door and remind them every day to turn their phones off and put them in their book bag every day. That's their first verbal warning. Most students are really comfortable with this because my classroom is an activity-based classroom and we're moving and we're talking and we're doing things. Most students never have a problem with this. They are actually occupied and participating during the class period. But you'll have those 1 or 2 that need to hold on to their phones. So please talk to your students about giving themselves a break from their phone, at least while they're in my classroom. Classroom donations. We need things. It takes a lot to make an activity-based classroom work and work really well. So dry erase markers and erasers, because I love to have students come up to the board and use them. Tissues, anything sanitizer helpful would be awesome. Tape, I need so much tape. Have your kids have their own tape. Bring me some extra tape. I need tape. Pencils, erasers, paper, 3-prong folders, and in bold over-ear headphones. Oh, I need these so bad. And that's all that I have for you for today. I look forward to making this a great year for you, for me, and most importantly, for your child.